You were the White House comms director during Obama's first term. That was a strange time in which to be in that role. You decided that you needed to fight back against Fox News. You granted this interview to CNN. Let's take a listen.
Let's be realistic here, Howie. They're widely viewed as, a part of the Republican Party. Take their talking points, put them on the air. Take their opposition research, put them on the air, and that's fine. But let's not pretend they're a news network.
At what point do you make this decision inside the White House that it's time to fight back?
Well, I think it was a simple decision, given the fact that that Fox News had really been the not so loyal opposition since the president had taken office. That what I said that day was the culmination of months of his relentless attacks from Fox News, where they would take an opinion piece and then give it to their news division to go get people to respond to it, and then have the opinion people talk about the response and basically create news. And I think what you're seeing now with Fox is that that alternative Fox universe that they created for 4 years is crumbling. And Roger Ailes, who is nothing if not an excellent television person and very smart executive, is realizing that the creationism of the past has to end. And so you see the Fox evolution.
Yeah, they are evolving. You got a lot of blowback for your decision. I want to pull up this full screen. David Gergen weighing in on your decision, saying it's a very risky strategy. It's not one that I would advocate. If you're going to get very personal against the media, you're going to find that the animosities are just going to deepen, and you're going to find you sort of almost draw viewers and readers to the people you're attacking. You build them up in some ways. You give them stature. Do you think there's anything to that? I mean, you were at the White House. There's no higher place in the world than the White House. Do you think there's anything to elevating them to that level?
Alicia, they were already very elevated to that level, and they were elevated to a level, frankly, because they were running a very smart campaign against the White House. I don't think anything that has happened in the last 4 years has made anything I've said not true. And I think, if anything, the changes that Fox is making now are kind of a tacit admission that they had gone way too far to one side and were being seen by people not as a news network, but really as a political organization. I mean, there are not a lot of news networks that have on their payrolls, as Fox did 2 years ago, the bulk of the people who are planning to run for president in a political party. I mean, think about that. And there are not a lot of news networks that really build an alternative universe in which all public polls get ignored and a candidate is seen as the one who's likely to win, even though, frankly, there's no objective evidence to suggest that's true. And so I think that post-election, Roger Ailes has made the very smart decision that they have to change once again to try to regain at least some minimal shreds of credibility.